Oh, this again? Good morning, sunshine. That coat is badass.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Carth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Alright, I'm gonna say... Right, I'm Tomei Girl, by the way. How did we get here?
We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Taris. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
The Sith?
Taris is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw in your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Bastila? She's the one from the Ender Spire, right?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Taris. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Lots of choices here. If Bastila's a Jedi, she can probably look after herself.
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers have mastered the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. I doubt anyone's specifically looking for us anymore. We're not that important. But if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how vital she is to the war effort. And Bastila's no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies.
Battle meditation? What's that?
Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. And often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. But there are limits to what she can do. From what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she probably never even had a chance to use her power. I'm guessing she barely got out alive, and now she's trapped here just as we are. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's going to escape Taris, she's going to need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
If it means getting off this planet, I guess I can help you find Bastila.
Good. We're gonna need to work together if we're gonna survive. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I want to ask you some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malak and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
A Jedi? What do you mean?
Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order. But they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
Sounds like Malak and Sith have the right idea.
How can you say that? The Sith are butchers. Soldiers, civilians, they don't care who they kill, even children. Right now the Republic is the only thing keeping Malak's brutal fist from crushing the entire galaxy. And it won't be long until even the Republic falls to the Sith fleet.
Don't worry, we'll find a way to stop the Sith.
Well, I hope you're right. But the Republic hasn't been able to stop them so far, even with the support of the Jedi Council. I think Bastila may be the galaxy's last hope.
What can you tell me about this planet we're on?
Taris was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers. But that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Taris is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
I'd like to know more about you, Carth.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
The sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. And we can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. After all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Oh, I'm a scoundrel, but we won't pick and choose. A long conversation with our pale Carth Onasi. First time in a BioWare game I've seen that voice actor, but he also plays Kaidan in Mass Effect. He probably does other things for BioWare. BioWare really likes to recycle their voice actors. But you'll see some repeat. There's some people that were in this game that went on to be in Dragon Age as well. And I'll say the people that I know offhand, but like I know, Carth and Kaidan pretty much have the exact same voice. He doesn't do much to disguise his voice at all. They're pretty much the same thing, and I always call Kaidan Carth as a result. Well, you can't do anything with the workbench now, but you can work on your weapons as you get upgrades. So let's double check, see if Carth wants to say anything to us.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
Alright. I'm gonna say, calm down. I was just asking.
You're the one who wanted to know more about me. Well, this is it. This is what I am. I'm just a soldier. I go where the fleet admirals tell me to. I follow my orders and I do my duty. It's just... doesn't seem right that doing that means I failed them. I didn't.
Hey, why are you getting so mad at me? It's not like this was my fault.
I know that. I'm not angry at you. Don't think that. I must not be making much sense. You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Alright, so we tried to talk to Carth, he got a little bit
Yes,
whiny.
what's on your mind?
Let's see. And right now, he doesn't have
You got
anything
it.
more to say to us. Interestingly enough, and the strange thing about Carth is, the way to romance him is not what you think it would be. And I remember the first few times I played this game, I was super nice to Carth, and I was buddy-buddy with him, and realized, he's not interested in me romantically, that he must not be an option for a romance. Well, that is not the case when I decided to play a dark side person, which is probably what I'm going to do this time. Oh, we'll see. Not entirely sure what I'm going to play yet, but we'll see as it goes on. But, I started being a jerk to Carth, and he started coming on to me. So the way, and there's certain things you can't say mean, but if you tease Carth a lot, that is how he gets into you, which I think is pretty funny. Okay, so we talked to Carth, we heard him whine a little bit, we checked out our abandoned apartment, so it's time to get on our merry little way here. Every time you leave the apartment, you must select which party members you wish to take. Since this is the first time you are leaving, you will have to take Carth. It's kind of like, you have to take Carth. Like he's a consolation prize, like, sorry. Alright. So we've got him added. As you can see from the blue, that means he's mostly light side. Okay.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
Rabodan ni winkis McDonough. Tukning nan kong hun na murira ra bes. Wana kun bes. King ba murira. Tonk king ba non konek. Yeah!
That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouth aliens. Now the rest of you get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Alright. Pew pew!
Ha! How'd you like that?
Carth seems to be doing more in this fight than I am. It's unfortunate.
Yeah!
Let's go!
Alright. Well, before we talk to this guy, we can level up, so let's do that. Let's basically max out all of our main skills. And then accept. So not too much to do there. We get a second level of sneak attack, which is basically a more powerful version of sneak attack. Let's check out with Carth. Carth is mostly Dexy like us, which is unfortunate because he's a little too much like us to be terribly useful. But he's a soldier. But his blaster is really nice, and he's better with a weapon, melee weapon than us. So I think we're going to get rid of these and give him a short sword. Oop. Okay, and then it's not really worth it at this point, but it's getting close to the point where it will be worth it for him to have 2 of those. And alright. Do we have any sort of... Okay, we have a combat suit. Now let's give him the combat suit since he's going to be frontline. Alright, what do we got here? We still got clothes. I can take Carth's blaster. I'm pretty sure I can use that. Yeah, which is better. Although not by... Yeah, a little bit. 2-7. Little bit better. +4 to hit. That means that it's easier to hit with it. 2 to 7 is the damage. You can do 2 to 7... between 2 and 7 randomly. A blaster we get 1 to 6. So 2 to 7 is better damage. So let's do that. It's still not worth it for us to have 2 weapons. Okay, so this is where it's gonna start getting difficult. I always feel so guilty at first when we start being a jerk. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you too.
Jawana bota ayua tahonga cha kanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bongwalia gando do nado chut. Muksha papangpa pola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo poda wanga kun bes mulira rabes. Uba batu konchi. Tom nongbong shang yung yang. Tom patok smaktelia.
Interestingly enough, there's an option to turn off subtitles. I wonder what happens with the aliens, because you have to have those subtitles to understand those aliens. I don't speak, I have no idea what type of alien it is. I'm sorry. I am a Star Wars nerd to some degree, but I don't know, I don't know all the little facts, unfortunately. Alright. Let's break into places we're not supposed to be.
Done.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I skipped it. She's asking why I barged in here. I'm just looking for something to steal. Stay out of my way and you won't get hurt.
You're as bad as that pig Holden. I'll stay out of your way, but you're wasting your time. I don't have anything worth stealing.
Now, if you're nice to her, you do get a side mission. Maybe I should have been nice to her, but we're going the jerk route. I'm gonna take her stuff. And you can still take her stuff, like, even if you're nicey nice to her, you can still take her things.
You again? Why do you keep bothering me?
Alright. I will play nice with you. I want to ask you some questions.
I can't help you there. Since this thing with Holden, I've been scared to leave my apartment. I don't know anything about what's going on in the outside world anymore.
Holden? Who's that?
Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What a badass. What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
What, you can't trust me? But I just broke into your apartment and took your things. Of course I'm trustworthy. You can trust me. Maybe I can help.
Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Maybe I could speak to Holden for you.
You could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer.
Yeah, you appreciate
Goodbye
the offer.
and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
You appreciate the offer, but that doesn't mean I'm actually going to help you. I'm just playing nicey nice. And, I mean, in this game, basically being Darkseid amounts to being the...
Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bongualeo gondona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulira.
Pleased to meet you, Lara. My name is Tommy Girl.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tonking ba nunotek.
I know all about energy shields.
Kachi kun ita hodonga.
I can skip.
Tong abong sha.
I can skip past this because he's basically just trying to sell me something. Let me see what you've got for sale.
Achuta.
Alright, so basically he's got med packs, computer spikes, parts, some suits, which would be kind of nice to have. But a lot of this stuff is really easy to find, so it's a lot of times not really worth it to buy. This adds to your stealth, but it's kind of pricey for the credits we've got. So let's go. But anyways, I was saying, being a Darkseid in this game is basically just being a colossal ass. Just, that's what it kind of comes down to. Hello. He doesn't want to talk to me. That's fine.
On it. Done.
Wow, for somebody who doesn't want to talk to me, he sure talks a lot. Alright, anything cool in here? We've got a Twi'lek. How you doing? Let's steal. Now, kids, one thing this game taught me is that stealing isn't bad.
Pudu, Tunirama na praka donko searcha chupapanki.
Oh, she's just letting me take whatever. Okay. Bye. Alright, that's to the upper city. We do want to go there at some point, but let's explore a little bit more and go more places where we don't belong. This game rewards you for going places you don't belong, though. Let's talk to him. Oh, okay. Nothing of value, but you have credits and parts and stuff, so you lied to me. Killing him would make a little bit of a scene, I would think. Alright, so we want to go... Let's go back to the upper city. Or, not back. Let's go to the upper city.